Here we are. It's day 2 of the summer reboot. How'd you do? How was day 1? I will be honest, I'm already going, oh gosh, this is going to be 30 days of working through something every day. But that's okay. I'm sticking to it. So it's like 10 o'clock. I've been at the pool all day, a surprise visit from out-of-town family, and I wasn't about to miss it. But I also wasn't about to miss this. So I'm super excited because today is day 2, and I'm going to stay excited because yesterday we learned that helps our endorphins, and we're really working on all this. So today is day 2, and our challenge today, oh, that was good, is to keep a journal. Now, I love the idea, and it's a best practice for this challenge that we're on. That was part of our Rock the Reboot, was to keep a journal. But you know me, I need to know why. Why is that important? Why is this something that I need to take on in my day-to-day life when we already have so much stuff going on? Why do I need something else? Okay, well, so a creative outlet. A lot of people say that writing is really great for us, but more than a creative outlet, that it helps us process through stuff. And I know that my counselor friends out there have always said that you want to be writing these things down. You want to be paying attention. And I've actually learned that a lot of times when I have an issue and I'm pushing through something, that if I put pen to paper, generally I can work it out. It helps us brainstorm and problem solve. So there you go. Now that's just somebody else's thought matching up with mine. I love it when that happens. Okay, so it actually also, regular writing will spark creativity. So if we do this on a regular basis, we can have any and all kinds of ideas. I mean, you've been writing before, put your pen to paper, and just here's how my day started. The next thing you know, the $1 million idea happens. How do you think I got this one? The amazing grace that has been shown during, this is just day 2, during this whole thing, and all of the amazing conversations that are going on all happened because I put pen to paper in a moment of frustration. So that's super exciting. Okay, so what if you're not the creative type? Well, how about tracking your mistakes or your successes or your prayers or your outcomes or your to-do lists? Make lists of everything. There are all kinds of lists that you can make, but just that data dump, get it out of our head. A food journal. What about that? Helps you stay on track of stuff, man. When you think you're falling on track, I used to keep a time journal, and actually it started because I needed to prove to my bosses that I didn't even have time to go to the bathroom or grab a cup of coffee. I was like, I don't know what you think I'm doing. I am busy all the time. So I kept a time journal for every 15 minutes. And it actually became a really good best practice that I took with me in other leadership roles when I started wondering what's happening to my day. To be honest with you, it might be something that I start to track using my planner as we move into the next. You just saw a moment happen. Only because I don't want to lose a minute of time. I want to live a life of legacy, and I don't want to waste it. So where is that going? That might be important. How about journaling your mood? I don't know if I want to stay on top of that. Or journaling your day like we were talking about. But the planner, I love my planner. For anybody who knows me, I live and breathe probably by my planner. If I don't have it written next to me, I don't know what to do. And I'm just looking kind of at last week and how this sort of served as, now planner's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But it just kind of served as a diary for my week. Here's what happened. Here's what I spent. Here's what we ate. Here's where that went. Here's who I called. Here's the cards I sent. Those are some great things that we can track. So I want to go to somebody smarter than me so that I can really have a greater understanding. And so I went to Forbes because I think that that's exciting. And they had 5 reasons for us to keep a journal. And they're super and simple. And so we're just going to go with these. First one, it clears your mind. Data dump. We got to free up space. I don't know about you, but I've got 78 tabs going all at the same time. And if I can put pen to paper and get some of those things out, some of those tabs might close. I might leave room for the fun ones like cross stitch or crochet or something that maybe we get to learn to do later. Hashtag hint drop. We're not crocheting. I don't know how to do that. So number 1, it clears the mind. Number 2, it's a de-stressor. It's a release. I know that there have been times in my life, oh gosh, I just went back to like a 14-year-old completely heartbroken Joey who took a pen to paper and had to get all of these things out or I was just gonna explode. Why did I forget to do that? Why haven't I been doing that for my adult life? I think it helps. So today, day 2, we're starting a journal. Okay, number 3, a self-improvement tool. Review, revise, and repeat. Well, how can we review what we've done if we never tracked it in the first place? So Forbes says that it's a self-improvement tool. I believe them. Number 4, problem solving and information retention. I mean, duh. I don't know about you, but I can barely remember why I walked in a room yesterday. That actually happened. I actually Snapchatted that the other day. I was like, I just had an old person moment, and I think it's serious. But to help us retain information, so if we write it down, where it went, who we called, cards we sent, or whatever other important information, then it helps us remember it on the date that happened. And number 5, and I thought that this one was really interesting, but it makes sense to me. It facilitates healing. But think about it. If we're data dumping, well, that kind of clears our mind. And if we're processing, well, that kind of clears our emotions. And if we're tracking, well, I can see where that would be handy on a physical level. So I guess I kind of get it. So here's my commitment. Here is my challenge and how I'm executing this. We're going to do this a little bit differently. I actually filmed the video before I wrote the blog this time because I wanted to just kind of see what came out. And so here's what I'm committing to on day 2 is I'm going to keep 3 journals. But the deal is that I'm already keeping this one. And this is my daily planner. This is what I already do. But I'm going to be intentional about how I track my days and not just use it as a scheduler. And I love this, and we'll talk about this another time, how I actually use this as a tool, but not during this challenge. This is my 30-day challenge journal. This is the one that I'm actually using, and I just really, again, want to say thank you. I know that some of the women who wrote in this are watching, and so see what you did. So this is where I'm tracking my 30 days, and this has been pretty amazing. And the other one is actually on my phone, which we're filming on right now, but it's a tool called MyFitnessPal, and I have noticed one of the accomplishments that I'm actually pretty proud of, so we'll celebrate so that I get motivated to do it again, is that I've recently lost over 60 pounds. Super exciting, but since I've been home and trying to really work through a whole lot of emotion, like what in the world happened in 2018, I am just still really processing what the first quarter of this year has looked like for me. So, in doing that, I've found myself kind of going backwards a little bit into that whole emotional thing, and I've gotten myself off track. And so I'm going to use MyFitnessPal as a food tracker, as an exercise tracker. I'm going to track my fitness journey because I know that that kind of helps me put me back in the space to achieve the goal that I am chasing, which is just to be strong enough to pull this whole thing off. So I'm going to do that. So those are my 3: my planner, my challenge journal, and then I'm going to start a food tracker and try that whole healing situation out. So I'm wishing you the very best of luck. It's not scary. It's a pen and paper. And there are some amazing quotes about pen and paper. The quill is stronger than the sword. So we'll go with that. We're about to make some adjustments in our life using a pen, and I'm really proud of you. Have an amazing day, and I will see you tomorrow morning with our next challenge. You got this.